On today's video, after a lot of consideration, Harald is about to be expertised on the jumper account. In this video, we're not only going to expertise Harald, but I'm actually going to give you a little bit of an explanation as to what's happening behind the scenes in the decision-making in this process of getting Harald expertised. I wasn't going to do it. I was going to spin the wheel again before doing it, but there's a lot to talk about. So sit back, slap a like on the video, and let's go. Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to Gekko Gaming. Finally, the third booster kind of passed. I apologize. I've been like dead in bed for 2 days after taking that third booster shot, but we're back. And we're back on the jumper, who's gonna get into a pretty decent KVK war on Thursday morning. We'll be streaming that. And of course, on Wednesday, we will be streaming a crafting stream. So it's gonna be a fun time, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to expertise Harald. And I want to give you a quick explanation as to why that is and everything that's happened and how I got to this point. So for me, this account is not necessarily only a cavalry account. It's also what I call more of a fun account. An account that's meant to get as many kills as possible and as many positive trades as I can and as many fights as I can get in me. Either it's rallying or swarming cities or swarming people or whatever on earth we're going to be doing with this account. That's what's going to happen. And so initially, it was more cavalry focused. It's El Takeda, Saladin William, and then we went a little bit onto the infantry department with Guan Alex. And my end goal for this account would have been Pakal Harald. I feel like Guan Alex, Pakal Harald, it's El Takeda, you're 100% good to go for pretty much almost anything you want to do. However, in that process, I spun the Harald wheel a long time ago, 3 times, 184 times, and unfortunately, this is what we ended up with, a 5-5-1-1 in theory Harald, which left us hanging to expertise him and having to use sculptures. Now, the initial plan, the initial idea was in order to attempt to progress this account a little bit further, to utilize the speed ups that we have in order to train troops, train those T5s and get ourselves a Pakal. But unfortunately, the way I am seeing things evolving, apparently we're going to have a little bit of fights going on, which is going to be awesome. And looking at Jadwiga, Mightiest Governor, I'm looking at people training 100 million points and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, I could do this. I could literally just forget about fighting and just go all in on getting my Pakal done when the time comes. I wouldn't really need too much, right? To get to top 15, train like 50, 60 million or like 600, 700k T5s and then do KE. But if I do that, there is no chance on earth I will manage to fight. And so I'm gonna have to see how the Pakal Mightiest Governor appears and what's our KE going to look like. But based on the fact that we're extremely light on resources still, and on top of that, we're light on everything except for tech, things are gonna be, we're gonna have to use a little bit more of our bag in order to fight rather than in order to evolve this account. And that's a problem I've always faced, a lack of resources, a lack of the strength that's needed. Also, without VIP 17, leading rallies is a big problem. We're way away from VIP 17, so that's not even a question of the utility of this account. In a nutshell, we're going to have to essentially go with what we got and enjoy our time right now, and then in the future, figure out what we do about the future, whether it is bring a boatload of farms, or maybe we earn for the next cycle of Pakal a top 15 placement based on our KVK performance or something like that. So we'll have to see how we progress this account in terms of the end goal, which would be to get Pakal. And of course, I'd love to end up getting also Chandragupta unlocked, which we still haven't done that, and get these guys done for. And so unfortunately, this account is going to have to keep with what it has and what it can do in order to contribute more for the team now and for my own fun, and then figure out later on how we progress even further. And so, without further ado, and without talking anymore, let's go ahead and expertise this bad boy, and then I'll show you kind of what the plan for him is. And so, there is no coming back after we started, and we definitely have gone through it. So, the decision has been made. We could have potentially reached a point where we expertise Pakal and get Harald almost there by the time Pakal is out. But it's just not, there's no point in holding on and not being able to perform as much as I'd like to during this coming KVK. We do have Charles Martel expertised on this account, and so he is going to be the primary for this beast Harald, and Charles Martel Harald will be our 4th fighting march in this account. And so, bam, Harald expertised. There he is. We've got it. Valhalla. Hell yeah. And so now we have our 4th march, which will be Charles Martel and Harald. So for the coming KVK, as we unlock the achievement, we are looking at the following fighting marches for the remainder of this KVK. Attila Takeda, which it has previous skills in here. I hate this with everything in my power, and that I cannot remove. In order to remove that, Lilith, I need to change the freaking, oh my, I hate this with a passion. I hate that so much. Lilith, for crying out loud, that's such a stupid bug that it remains. But we are going to have the Attila Takeda. We are going to have Alex, Guan Alex. We are going to have, oh, where are you? Saladin William, which are out on the field already. All right, I was like, definitely not working out the way we wanted. Number 2 and number 4 is now going to be Charles Martel with Harald. Now we can really quickly make that change right there, and also right here. This goes out this way, and then we can actually fix the preset with a little bit of that, this, and no, that. Bam. This is what we're looking at for fighting marches at this KVK, a mix of infantry and cavalry, and the KVK should be exciting. Before, though, we go, we're going to have to get some equipment done for Charles Martel so he can lead Harald into success. That is going to be a little rough because we are very, very tight on materials, and I really want to get that legendary set going, even though I really should get the epics, special talent to epics, make sure we get that, but I'm a bit stubborn, and I really want to get the legendaries out there. And so we're gonna make, yes, we got the gloves. We took 2 buys, random buys. If you were on stream and you saw we were missing 1 piece, it took 2 random chests to get them. We're gonna make the gloves, we're gonna make the door, we're gonna make the shield returns, and we are going to make a hope cloak, and I think even the eternal night. So we're going to be very, very close to a full set. And then, of course, we're in a special talent, any other epics that we have, or whatever our gold can get us, and fight with as many T4s as we can until we essentially run out of gold and resources. So look forward for that in the coming days. Tomorrow on Wednesday, we will do the crafting stream. Hope to see you here. We're going to spend a boatload of gold, and we're going to craft legendaries. Hopefully we special talent a few on the first rip. Because, man, refining sucks. But I'm Gekko. I'm out of here. Appreciate you. Drop a like on this video. Hit that subscribe down below. And see you on tomorrow's stream and on Thursday's stream, because we are going to war. And, spoiler alert, apparently, I may be a little bit wrong. Apparently, 780 and 2060 want the fight. And apparently, this is going to get very, very, very interesting. But we'll talk about that on stream tomorrow and much more. Take care. Have a good one. Peace.